Hello, my name is Andrew Nyamayaro. I'm a solicitor at Tan Law Solicitors. I'm here today to speak with you about the questions that you have raised during the day today. You have given me 5 questions as I had asked it on my Facebook profile. So I'm going to dig into the questions now. At Tan Law Solicitors, we have got areas of law that we practice that include immigration, employment, wills, probate, dispute resolution, and so forth. But for today, I'm just going to major on these 5 questions that you have given me. So the first question is, if a child is born in England to parents who are on a tier 2 visa, is it a must to get the child on the parents' visa? It is important for you to get legal status for your child in the UK, particularly in line with the parents, because your child is to prove that they are legally in the country, or you have to prove that your child is legally in the country. Of course, children are protected because of Section 55, the status of children and so forth. But you need to show that your child is legally in the country, and also showing that they've got the requisite paperwork is also important for them to be able to access certain facilities that are within the country. So if you want to then access the GP, the NHS, and so forth, you might be asking for the legal status of yourself and your children. So I would say, please try by all means to make sure that your child has got legal status in the UK. Furthermore, your child might want to travel abroad, or you might be traveling yourself on an emergency, and you need to prove that your child is legally in the country and that they will be legally be able to come back. Otherwise, you'll be forced to leave them in the UK, or you might be forced not to travel because your child does not have the requisite paperwork in terms of immigration. So I encourage you to make sure that you've got papers, as we colloquially call them, for your child. The next question that I have is about a visitor's visa. If I am on a COS, can I invite someone to come and visit me? The answer is yes. You can invite someone to come and visit you. You have to make sure that you meet the immigration rules under Visita's Visa Appendix. So, in the appendix, it's more to do with the applicant rather than the sponsor. The applicant has to prove or to show that they've got the requisite connection with their home country and that they will go back to their home country once um, or before the 6 months is expired, or they are not going to spend more than 6 months, either on one stretch or over a period of time, in a period of 12 months. They have to go back to their home country. How do we prove that they've got the requisite attachment to their home country? You need to show that, for example, they're in full time employment, they are in full time education, they've got properties and assets, they've got connections within their community. In their community, they might be doing a lot of integration with the community, voluntary work, church, or whatever that they do in the community, that they have to go back and resume their duties. On your part as the sponsor, you will also need to show that you are able to finance them if you're the one who's financing them, if they're not self-financing themselves. You need to show that you've got the finance, you've got the accommodation, and I also advise that they should try to get an insurance, a travel insurance, in case they come here and um, they have got medical problems, because on a visitor's visa you don't have free access unless if it's an emergency to the NHS or the GP. Otherwise, they'll have to go to a private doctor. So yes, even if you are on a COS, you are able to. The law allows you to invite someone on a visitor's visa. It's quite helpful sometimes when they come here and they visit you. You reconnect as family. They see your children. They integrate with your children and help you here and there as well. Question number 3. I am on a COS. Can I buy a house or get a mortgage? Yes, you can buy a house, and yes, you can get a mortgage. You need a mortgage broker who can advise you adequately as to the nitty-gritties of how you can get on the property ladder. But yes, you can be able to do that. I know people that have done it, and I know that it is quite possible to get a mortgage even if you are on a COS before you get settled for settlement or indefinite leave to remain if you are on a limited leave to remain visa. Contact a mortgage advisor, they can advise you on that. But in terms of the law, yes, you are allowed to get a mortgage if you can to and if you fly. The next question that I got was on sole responsibility. If you are a single parent that has come to the UK, the Home Office would ask you to prove that you've got sole responsibility. And sole responsibility means that you are the one who is responsible for that particular child. You are the one who makes all the major decisions in the life of that particular child. So you need to show that, for example, you are the one who decides the school that the child goes to, the religion that they follow, the doctor that they see. If anything happens in terms of emergency, the person who's the temporary carer will have to contact you to get instructions from you uh, on what to do with the child. It's also important to get additional evidence like school letters, letters from people that have dealt in a professional capacity with that child and yourself, a social worker report, etc. All that kind of information is quite important. Some people has gone so far as going to get guardianship orders and so forth, but you need to be very careful when you go to get guardianship orders because sometimes the Home Office might interpret it that the person is still in the life of that particular child because they were able to come and to sign documents granting you the guardianship or the custody of that particular child. So they might interpret it as joint or shared responsibility of the child. The last question that I have is my visa expired, can I claim asylum? There are some people that came on the COS, as we call them, who have the unfortunate experience of having their visas expired because the sponsor, the company that they're working for, had their sponsor license revoked. If you qualify for seeking asylum, then yes, you can seek asylum. But asylum is not a one fit all thing. It has to be on a case by case basis. So, in terms of asylum, you have to show or prove that you are fearing persecution from your home country if you go there on the basis of political opinion, religion, nationality, race, and membership of a particular social group. Membership of a particular social group might need more explanation as it includes people who, for example, are gay or lesbian, LGBTQ, women that fear persecution because of being women, um, and also women who are exposed to FGM and so forth. Uh, Membership of a particular social group refers to people that fear persecution because of a natural characteristic and innate characteristic that they have, and they will be persecuted because of that. So, yes, you can potentially seek asylum, but you need to get legal advice from a lawyer who is fully qualified to give you that legal advice. If you are going to seek asylum, you might qualify for legal aid, which means that you're not going to pay for the solicitor or a lawyer's fees. And it's not every lawyer who is a legal aid lawyer, but there's quite a number of firms out there that can help you for free on legal aid. At our firm, we do not have legal aid, but potentially other firms can help you. So, as I said in the beginning, my name is Andrew Nyamayano. I'm a solicitor at Tanlo Solicitors. If you've got any legal questions, you can contact me and I'll be able to answer them as much as I can. If it's a case that it requires consultation, I will tell you that you will need to have a consultation so that we dig deeper into your case. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and also connect with us on LinkedIn.